Hi everyone, welcome to Honey Drops Tarot. This is a general reading for the sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Pisces, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your likes, shares, and subscribes. I truly appreciate it. Just a quick note, please do not fall for any scammers. I will never reach out to solicit for a private reading. I do offer private readings, and if you're interested in signing up for one of those or in making a donation, the information regarding that can be found in the About section of my YouTube page, and I thank you so much in advance. Pisces, I am trying to reach 500 subscribers before the end of the year, and I would love it if you could help me spread the word about the channel and to get the messages out and to subscribe to the page. If you've already subscribed, I thank you so much. So Pisces, I just did the Cancer reading, and I let them know that this is actually a new methodology that I've started. I do a small meditation before I do your reading, and I started writing things down that I saw. I have dated it for the day that I am recording this video, but the reading is timeless. So these items or things on this list could mean something to you now or absolutely nothing, and they may crop up in your future. Let's take it as a confirmation that your spirit guides are with you, that the divine is speaking, actually. So here it is, Pisces. The first one is a railway track nail or grommet. I don't actually know what they're called, so that's why I wrote that. But like when you have a railroad, when you're laying the railroad track, the big like nail that's like as the size of this, that they hammer into the track. That's what I saw, hammering of that very specifically into a railroad track. A slope, and when I thought about it further, I wrote the word equation. So maybe there's something having to do with geometry. Maybe you're a mathematician, or something having to do with calculus, something like that. Sunflower, rooftops, a phoenix diving, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, but it's like up in the air and then it's swooping, it's diving. So you may see an image of that in your travels. A corset, like a corset under a dress. Bicycle spokes, like the wheel and all the spokes. A shortbread cookie. Now, I don't know if I'm just hungry or I don't know what it is, but in Cancer's reading, I said an Oreo cookie. But this is very specific. A shortbread cookie, like I'm thinking England. And then I saw a red telephone box. Cancer got a red bag or a red purse. So very interesting. And shoelaces. So very fun, weird things that I saw in meditation. So let me know in the comments if somehow these are relevant to you. And they might come up in the reading as well. I'm doing your reading today with the Light Seers Tarot, and your oracle will come from the Gateway of Light Activation deck. So Pisces, I hope that you are well. Cards have been pre-shuffled. Just want one card for Pisces, please, Spirit. One card for Oracle for Pisces. Okay, so Emerald Tablet Activation. Cosmic Ordering, Divine Alchemy, Conscious Manifesting. That's pretty stunning. So I'm not as familiar with the Emerald Tablets as I would love to be. They are published online, I believe. I hear emergency response vehicles, so please listen to what I'm about to say, because apparently it's important. There's this idea that, like, I think this predates Egypt or the pyramids or that kind of thing, but Thoth, or Thoth, or however you pronounce it. It's like a kind of a shaman, a sage, a being, an entity that had great wisdom. And the emerald tablets are like exactly what they seem to be, these kind of unlocking of cosmic wisdom and teachings. So here for you it says cosmic ordering, divine alchemy, conscious manifesting. So this is all about manifestation energy and tapping into it's almost like into the ancient awareness, the ancient teachings, like taking it way back through the Akashic records to your very first lifetime. If you don't know what the Akashic records are, think of the Akashic records as like a great library in the sky. And within that library houses every possibility and eventuality, past, present, and future, in the entire universe for every single soul. Everything that ever was or ever will be and is in the present moment, in whatever dimension you exist in, exists all in the same space, the Akashic records. And it's like, I see here, it's like almost like accessing the Akashic records, which you can do. You just have to train yourself. We can all access that space. You know, because it's kind of like when we're channeling, right? You don't have to call yourself a tarot reader, an intuitive, or a psychic, or whatever these words are. You channel messages all the time. You just don't know that you're channeling them. So, you know, have there been times when you just knew that you knew something? You just felt it in every fiber of your being, and you ended up being right. That didn't just like pop out of nowhere because you're like a genius. I mean, you could be, but it's because it came from like a divine higher self, a source energy that you're tapping into subconsciously. The cool thing is when you make it conscious, when you tap into it consciously, and this is what Spirit is bringing through this Oracle card today. This idea that you want to start, if you haven't already, manifesting in a highly directed, focused, conscious way. So what is it that you're manifesting? What are you manifesting right now? I hope it's larger than life and everything you ever wanted, because this would be the time to do it. Spirit is saying the doorway is open. It's like primed and ready. 4 cards for the base spread, 4 cards for clarifier. Wow, okay. Wow, oh, okay, sorry. This fell on the floor. One more. There it is. Let's see. Sorry, I just want to make some, I don't really have a big desk, so I have to make some space. Make some space. Okay, in your past energy, Pisces, you got the 3 of Wands in the reverse. See here, she's looking out on the shoreline. She's got a surfboard, but she's not in the water. Got that in reverse, along with the 8 of Wands in the reverse. So let's talk about, so these are, as a water sign, you started off your past energy with 2 fire elements. Fire being Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energies. So you could have been dealing with one of those signs, doesn't have to be, or you could have these fire in prominent places in your chart, your astrological chart. In the upright, this talks about having manifested already, waiting for your ships to come in, like waiting for it to come to you. In these cards in the reverse, saying it's been slow going. You know, maybe there's been some cosmic reordering is what I just heard. So It's like you had it in your mind that you wanted something, like you wanted to manifest something. And then you did a ritual, you know, spoke to the moon, you wrote it down in a journal. It doesn't have to be really witchy. You just wrote it down in a journal. I just saw somebody write a manifestation check to themselves. Have you ever heard of that? Or these companies that print like fake, they're clearly fake checks. They're like almost like fun fake checks, but it's kind of a manifestation check. You know, pay to the order of the universe, or you put your name there and it's from the universe. Good for, you know, one significant other, or one brand new house, or one brand new car, or one brand new job, whatever it is, whatever you're manifesting. So I see somebody actually writing out a manifestation check. But then you like change your mind about it, or you alter it in some way. So it wasn't just like, I want this kind of house. It's like, I want this kind of house, and it has to have this kind of driveway. And then it has to have, you know, a 2-car garage. Oh, but then it has to have, so it's kind of like, when you're constantly changing your mind, it's not that the universe can't fulfill your desires. If you are in a conscious state of manifestation, you will attract it to you. But if you keep changing your mind, then the universe will have to change with you. And we always have to remember that manifestation sometimes involves, and a lot of the times involves, earthly presence, earthly beings who have their own free will. So yes, you could be manifesting something, but let's say it's a job. Let's say you really want a job. In a completely new company where you don't know anybody. So it's not like you're maliciously trying to go after somebody else's job. You're trying to get a job in such and such company. The universe has to orchestrate things in such a way for there to be an opening in that company. There has to be an opening. And for there to be an opening, either the position has to be invented or somebody has to vacate. That somebody who has to vacate has free will, unless they get fired. But then they had the free will to like not do well at their job. But you know, they have free will too. They have to make the decision to vacate in order for you to take up that space. So manifestation is tricky. We have to be specific enough and yet leave it up to spirit. I can't tell you that that manifestation is absolutely crystal clear to me, because it's not. Because there always seems to be some kind of a loophole. And it's almost like, well, if spirit knows my heart, then don't they know that what I already want before I want it, or before I even know what it is? That's the thing about free will. You have the right to change your mind. And spirit's not going to stand in the way of that. That's why right now, this is prime time for you to be crystal clear about what you feel and what you think. And that's why they're bringing this card specifically to you. Conscious manifesting. Conscious manifesting. What does unconscious manifesting look like? Oh, it looks like this. You know, wishing ill upon somebody in a moment of weakness or anger. Not great. But even in moments like that, that's manifesting. And then karma comes, right? So we want to be very aware of what it is that we're asking for, or what it is that we're speaking out loud, or what it is that we're thinking, even in our deepest of hearts. Always do your best to keep it high vibe, then it's like foolproof. Right? But it's most difficult when we're in low vibe, when we're feeling angry, frustrated, resentful, gossipy. We can't manifest from a space like that. Let me pull a clarifier, because the Three of Wands is, okay. So in your past energy, King of Cups, there was meditation here. We can see him in a pose of meditation and calm with the singing bowl. King of Cups is Scorpio energy. Represents Scorpio. You could be dealing with a Scorpio. Doesn't have to be. You could have Scorpio prominently in your chart. But the King of Cups is somebody who understands their feelings and has a depth and a wealth of feelings. He's sitting in the water. But he doesn't necessarily express them all the time. You're never going to know all the depth to a King of Cups character. It's there. And you may see it through action, but you might not see it in words. Right? So clarifying this energy, which seems to be a slightly stagnant in the past energy, you did come to a revelation because you put the energy and the effort into it. Like, I feel like you meditated on it. Like, I feel like you were conscious about it. And here we are in the present energy with the Lovers and the Knight of Swords, go running after what it is that you want. So it's interesting because when we manifest, there's certain ways that we can go out about it, right? It's not just about, okay, Spirit, I wish for X, Y, and Z, and then you're just going to sit still and just wait for it to fall in your lap. There's certain circumstances where that could be so. Well, very interesting. One of my candles just went out. Sorry, let me just light another one because I like to read with two. Interesting. It's very interesting. What's that about, Spirit? Very difficult for me to light the lighter, to light the candle. It could be just running out of juice or out of fuel, but was there something that was there something within you that was trying to blight out something, that was trying to suppress or dampen a fire energy that you had, right? Like this is all about fire energy in the reverse. Was there something here that, okay, I see a very specific scenario of somebody trying to manifest something, and then you told somebody and they were like, you want that? Are you sure? I don't think that's a good idea. Or like, really? This is why we don't tell, this is like manifestation 101. Don't tell people what you're manifesting. I mean, you can if you trust them, of course. But it's this idea of like, people can't help themselves almost, because when you start to up level, when you really start to up level, and I'm sure so many of you have, I'm sure of it, because Pisces, that's what you do. Pisces defy stereotypes and defy odds. That's what all the Pisces, and I'm a Pisces moon, so I'd like to take a little bite of that as well. But all the Pisces I know are like great survivors, but they like quietly conquer. They're not flashy. They just quietly conquer things. And before you know it, they're your boss, like like, when did that happen, But I see somebody, thinking that they could trust somebody with an idea, only to have that idea squelched in some way. Because when you start to up level and people start to see you rising, if they're not also rising, then they're going to try and keep you at their level. We're all guilty of this, because it's fear. There's something that I noticed in this Lover's card that I've never before noticed, and I don't know if you can see it, but that's a Merkaba or a Merkaba shape right there. Kind of looks like, you know, kind of looks like the Star of David-ish, but it's in like 4 dimensions. The Merkaba is like a light vehicle. It's the vehicle that you can sit within energetically, and it moves in 4 dimensions, and you can literally transport yourself quantumly. What does that even mean? It's like when you're deep in I've seen the Merkaba rotating around me in meditation. Not often. Like, I gotta be really deep, like 2 hours into meditation, and only then does it just start to appear. It's like you're lifting your consciousness into some other place. So I'm seeing that here, that it's like, it's not just that you're going after something that you want. You're completely up-leveling into another timeline. You're just throwing yourself into it. Knight of Swords. Very fast communication, fast action. This Knight of Swords is the fastest knight and has a very earnest message for you. Queen of Wands in the reverse to clarify these 2 cards, right? It takes a lot of confidence, because it depends on who was the detractor. Let's say you had this great idea, you're trying to manifest it. If some random stranger said, oh, you're gonna do that? I don't think that's a good idea. Versus like your mom saying, you're gonna do that? I don't think that's a good idea, right? We put weight on the opinions of people, different kinds of people in our lives. And whoever this was that you expressed yourself to, I mean, they could have been a significant other. Their doubt means more than a random stranger's doubt. Like, because they know you. And so momentarily, you could be temporarily feeling as if you don't have what it takes. Queen of Wands in the reverse is somebody who feels like not confident and doesn't have all the resources or the energy, the impetus, the charisma to follow through. I want to point out here also that the Lovers is Gemini energy. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Sorry, just my throat got really dry. I don't think it was my throat chakra closing. I think it's just the heat is on, and so it's dry in my room. But maybe you feeling like you're at a loss for words. Why did I just notice that she has a black cat here? I mean, I'm sure I noticed it before, but like not today, and this card has come out already. Look at that cat. You know, what does black cat symbolize? For many people, it symbolizes bad luck. If a black cat crosses your path, and here she is so beautifully sitting side by side with the Queen of Wands, representing power and luck. So kind of like, to truly embody the Queen of Wands energy, you have to defy convention. Just because something has been done one way doesn't mean you have to do it that way. And have the confidence to proclaim that. Just like, hey, Mom or Dad, I know you don't think this is a good idea. I love you, but I'm doing it, right? Defying convention, even if that convention was dictated in your own household. It's what you grew up with. In the future potential, Justice and the Magician. You're gonna figure it out, Pisces. Like, of course. Libra and Virgo Gemini energy in the Magician. The Justice card in the upright talks about karmic balance. It talks about having paid your dues. It could have to do with some legal matters or contracts, a contract coming in your favor. What is the magician, if not the master manifester? So whatever doubt you were experiencing in the past and maybe working through in the present moment, man, does in your future, it just comes through with an absolute fury. You're going to get exactly what you wish for. And with that, be mindful of what you wish for, right? Because it's almost like I see this. Sorry, I see this. This magician floating up here, kind of stirring things in the cosmos, and then it just being manifest in the real world. But you had to pay your dues first. You had to do the hard work. I want to clarify this Justice card because there's some sticking point here that I can't put my finger on. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Pentacles in the upright is bliss, blissfulness, happy home life, happy finances, stability, and very good health. This is in the reverse right now. I asked specifically for a clarifier for the Justice card. I don't know if any of you have been divorced. Or separated from your children. So I'm sorry if that's the case. There's some kind of separation here. Or simply, not simply, but maybe if you've never been married, maybe you were separated from somebody that you separated from a friend group, and it was really difficult. But I feel as though, I want to say with this, rejection is protection and redirection. That if somehow you lost something, like a friend group, for example, that it was meant to be for your best and highest good, like ultimately that friend group was not going to serve your best and highest good. I see you manifesting, though, very powerfully. So you're going to create your Ten of Pentacles again, and it's like coming back better than ever is what I just heard. In the advice from Spirit, Page of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Two of Swords. Spirit is saying, please just allow yourself to, because it's almost like they wanted to flip both these cards in the reverse for you, right? This is how you have them right now, where you don't have possession of that seed with which to plant your new manifestation. Like you don't have your hands on it quite yet because there's some deliberation and it's keeping you a little stuck. And Spirit almost wants you to flip them over and saying, get out of your head. If you have to start small with your manifestation, then start small. It's almost like, I saw a video this morning about the fountain in Italy. What's the famous fountain in Italy where people drop coins to find their new love? It's like Trivoli, the Trivoli fountain, whatever it's called. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. It's almost like Spirit is saying, drop the coin in the fountain and allow your manifestations to be born. Like, take the next step. Sorry, this is so weird. I feel as though... Okay. Sorry, I thought I lost a card on the table. I did lose a card on the table. Where is it? Alright, I'm having like a weird freak out right now. Because... where is this card? Okay, I'm just gonna keep it going because none of you need to see me freaking out about it, but I feel as though a card is missing from the table. And now I can't figure out which one it is. I'm gonna have to rewind the video. Very strange. Very strange. Maybe I'm just imagining it, but I don't think that I am. You can't see any of this. I'm sorry, this is like totally boring, but the message is still true. The message is still ringing true. That you're recreating or refining this Ten of Pentacles, or you're redefining it for yourself by planting that seed. I'm gonna get one more card of advice because, oh, you know what? I just looked on the bottom of the deck and that was the one. Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups is walking away from 8 full cups because you know that there's 9 and 10. There's something out there for you that's calling you, right? That you're trying to manifest for yourself right now. That is probably one of the biggest things that you will ever hope for yourself. I mean, this could be just like a new divine partnership, or just moving to another country, or, you know, getting the job of your dreams. I just heard very important surgery. Very important surgery. And just walking away from your current situation towards something so life-giving and abundant. It's crazy because I know a Pisces, I don't know if she's going to be watching this, but like, we've just had a very important surgery. But I didn't think of her when I said it, and now that I've said it, it's very strange, but it could be for somebody else out there. Something that is life-altering. So that's your reading, Pisces. I'm sorry if it was a little jumbled, but the most important thing here is being very focused on what it is that you're projecting out into the world right now. It's absolutely key to your success. If this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Please hit the bell notification if you'd like to be updated as to when I post new readings. Thank you, Pisces.